And the money is way bulkier than the product, right? Or did you have to get always? Isn't there
probably
a
about the
problem with
same.
getting $100 bill? Doesn't that become a hassle? Or would you only accept?
No, I had everything, but for when I would,
Well, like $1 million in tens is a both tens and twenties is.
well, your peeps out of Detroit would always give me like tons and tons of ones, even, But what I would oftentimes do, I wouldn't always like, how do you say, like transfer that up the food chain sort of thing. Sometimes I would just keep ones and tens for my own personal like gas money and little
Yeah, but you're talking about $1 million, like.
No, it wouldn't be $1 million in ones. It might be like a few $1,000s in ones, but yeah, for the most part, my money was always beautiful because I had a machine, and when I would count it, I would always put all the faces going the same direction, and then I bought on the internet all the paper that the bank uses, so I wouldn't use rubber bands. My money came like flat, and it came just wrapped the same way it would at the bank, and it had like paper on it. So it was immaculate. So somebody can't say, oh, it was off and short. And I know, like, no, this money is like perfect. I mean, if you think about it, they had like the golden child of a customer, right? I'm giving them money that just looks like it came from a bank, perfectly done. It's not folded in half, and all these flat with different rubber bands in each thing and paper clips, and everyone does their weird stuff. Mine was like perfect, and so.
How did the money transfers go?
When I was saying it was like, when you said like a per week or something, and more of a daily operation, so I would get so much money consistently. If I owed 3 to 5 million, literally the club would ask me every day, how much do you have in hand? When are you going to pick up this check, and when are you going to pick up that check? And they also would refer to the money as energy. And they would say, how much energy are you going to get today? And literally, it was a monitoring myself on a regular basis. Like, so I might have somebody bringing me 300,000 or 400,000, today, or 2 or 3 people bringing me 300 or 400, or I would have an airplane coming in from a multiple state run, and it would have a few million on board. And so they were always, how much do you have? How much do you have? So it was an everyday thing. So I texted with an encrypted, PGP encrypted BlackBerry, and I was on that thing every day. They were, how much do you have? How much do you do this, do that, and let's get more. And so it was a constant flow of making moves with just texting.
But you were having to turn cash over to the Sinaloa people, but It was daily.
Sometimes, yeah. Yep.
What's the largest amount of money you had at once, and like actually at once?
Maybe somewhere around just like 4
million.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of times they would say, how much do you have? How much do you have? Turn it in, turn it in. And like, because it was a daily purchase,
it didn't build up.
If I'm buying 30 today, 15 today, I would shoot him 1.4. I would shoot him $1 million. I'd shoot him 700 grand. You know what I mean? So it was every day.
Who was moving the cash around for? Was it the same drivers that would, or you had separate people?
A lot of times, one person that I specifically knew, him and I would link up and meet at like a hotel, and I would throw him luggage to make it look like we're traveling and stuff like that.
Luggage full of cash.
Mm-hmm.